The most popular kid in school invited me to his birthday party. Turns out, I wasn't just a guest. I was always the weird kid. So when Weston walked over to me with his birthday party invitation card, I was more confused than anything. My mom feels bad for you, he said before I could even ask. She's making me invite you because nobody ever invites you to stuff. He rushed through his explanation like he'd rehearsed it. I listened and somehow felt worse than before I even got the invite. But I also hadn't been to a birthday party in years, so I said I'd be there. I went home and forced a smile in the mirror. I tried on every shirt I owned, practiced conversations with myself. This was my one chance to actually make some friends. The next day, Weston's mom answered the door with a huge smile. You must be Eli. I'm so glad you could make it. She turned to Weston. Make sure you include him in everything, okay, honey? I thought to myself, maybe she did get Weston to invite me. Maybe this would go okay. I stepped inside, and the other kids immediately looked at me like I was some inside joke I wasn't aware of. The party started off pretty weird. Weston's mom watched us from the doorway, and when we picked teams for Rocket League, Weston yelled, Eli's with me, while looking right at her. When I scored a goal, Weston shouted, great job, Eli, like I was a Make-A-Wish kid. When the pizza came, they made room for me at the table, but conversations kept dying whenever I tried to join. I kept asking myself why I even came. It was clear this was all a performance. That's when I noticed someone watching from the upstairs window, tall, arms crossed, staring directly at me. Who's that? I asked. Weston waved his arm. That's my brother Cade. Just ignore him. My stomach dropped. Cade was 16 and notorious in our school. He was 6'3", beat up the younger kids he deemed wimps to toughen them up. He'd gotten expelled last year for breaking someone's arm on purpose. Was he planning on hurting me? Is this what Weston had planned? To turn me into entertainment? I was still thinking about Cade when Weston started a game of search and destroy with everyone outside. They let me lead a team out of courtesy. Probably expected nothing, but they didn't know I'd spent years watching kids play this game at recess. I'd studied tactics, all the best strategies. My team found all 5 items before the opponents found 2. We won, and this time, Weston's high five felt different. Dude, that was actually insane. I smiled genuinely for the first time. Then something crazy happened. While eating cake, one of the kids mentioned Jordan was better than LeBron. Naturally, I called him an UNC. We got into a friendly argument about it. It really is like a true bonding moment. But then I glanced up. Cade was there again, this time at the top of the stairs. His eyes narrowed in on mine. I looked down at my cake, pretending not to notice, but then I heard footsteps. Cade was coming downstairs. The whole room went quiet at once when he entered. He grabbed some chips, his eyes still on me. So you're the charity case? He said loudly. He walked over and got in my face. My mom loves her little projects. He leaned in close. After she goes to bed, you and me are gonna have a little talk. He crackled his knuckles and went back upstairs. I looked around. Nobody was saying a word. Nobody was reassuring me everything would be okay. An hour later, I had to use the bathroom. I convinced myself it would only take a minute. I would be fine. But then on my way back to the kitchen, the hallway lights flicked off. I heard footsteps behind me. A hand grabbed my shoulder and spun me around. Cade, inches from my face. He was holding a lighter. My mom thinks she can fix broken kids. He flicked the flame closer. I could feel the heat on my chin. But some things aren't worth fixing. He grabbed my wrist and pulled the lighter toward my arm. That's when I heard it. Cade, get away from him! My eyes flew open. Weston's mom flicked a light on. She was standing at the end of the hallway with her phone raised, recording. Cade's hand froze. Mom, I wasn't gonna actually. I said step back! He released my wrist. She walked toward us, slow, controlled. I've been waiting for this all day. She held up her phone. I recorded you calling him a charity case. You threatened him earlier, and now you holding a lighter to his skin. Cade's face went white. I was joking. It wasn't even. Shut up! She took a lighter from his pocket. I invited Eli, you donut! She called her own child a donut. I invited him because I knew you'd target him. I needed to catch you because you're a monster. Cade looked like he was going to be sick. Your father's seeing this tonight, and if you ever touch another kid, this goes straight to the police. Understood? He didn't answer. She grabbed his arm and marched him toward the stairs. Don't come out. He stumbled up without looking back. She turned to me, and her whole face softened. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Are you okay? I couldn't speak. I just nodded. She walked me back to the living room where the other kids were waiting. Weston ran up. Dude, what happened? Are you okay? His mom told everyone Cade wouldn't be coming back down. Ever.